Hey guys, welcome to the Catway. So in this video we are going to solve a set based on mapping. So before I begin, I would like to thank all the people who have joined us. Our Facebook group link is there in the description below. So let's move towards the question. So the question says that Harsh, a contractor, landed a civil engineering project. To manage the project more effectively, he divided the project into 7 tasks, task 1 to task 7. Among the 7 tasks, certain tasks cannot be started until some prerequisite tasks are completed. Harsh assigns each of the 7 tasks to exactly one person among the 5 persons A through E. However, only certain persons are competent to finish a certain task, and a task can be assigned only to a person competent to finish the task. For any task, any person who is competent to finish the task takes same number of days to finish the task. That means, let's see, task 1 is there, it can be completed by A and B only, but whoever does the work, irrespective of that, they both will take 14 days. Okay, this is sure. Further, it says that each person can work on only one task at a time, and a person who finishes a task assigned to him takes 1 week's rest before he starts any other task. The table below provides for each task the number of days required to finish the task, the person who are competent to finish that task, and prerequisite tasks, if any, which need to be completed. So the first thing what we have to do is see. Acha, in this type of question, most of the times the questions are revolving around minimum number of days. So let's see if there is a question regarding that. So okay, the first question itself says that if the project is completed in minimum number of days. So we first the thing is that we have to find the minimum number of days. So what do we do in this type of sets is that we first make the network chart. Okay, so it will look like this. See, T2 and T7 can be started without any prerequisites. Okay, after that there is after that let's see what it is, which task it is. So it is task 5 which is to be started after T2 and T7 both are completed. Then we have T3 which can be started after T7 is completed. Then we have T1 which can be started after T5 is completed. Then we have T4 which can be started after T5 and T3 both have been completed. And then we have T6 which can be started after T1 and T4 have been completed. So I hope you got it. How did we make the network diagram? Okay. After that, what we will do is that we will write the number task here. Okay, let's make a table. I'll show you what to do in the table. And in task, we will write the tasks in order in which they are to be completed. Like T2 and T7 are to be completed first. So you can write them in any order. Then we have T3 and T5 to be completed. Then we have T1 and T4 to be completed. Remember, both these and both these, you can write it in any order, doesn't really matter. Okay. And then at last we have T6 to be completed. Now here we will write the minimum number of days taken, and here we will write to the person to which these tasks are assigned. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. So first thing first, we will count the number of days taken. Okay. So what's going to happen is that see, T2 can be completed in 1 to 24. T7 can be completed in 1 to 25. After that, T3 can start. So T3 will start and T3 will go on up till, let's see, from 26 it will go on up till where? Okay, 23 days it is. So it will go on up till 48. Similarly to it, T5 will go on from 26 to 44. Okay, once T5 is completed, we can start T1 on 45th day and end it on 58. T4 can start after T3 is completed, that is on 49th day and going up to 64. Once T4 is completed and T1 is completed, T6 can start on 65th day and go up till 84th day. So what we know is that if all the cases of all the conditions satisfy, then we are going to complete a task in 84 days. But that is not your answer as of now. Okay, we have to check if there are going to be any extra days. So we will write the number of the name of the person who is going to take a particular task. Okay, so let's write it down. So the first task which is task 2 will be completed by C or E. Then this task 7 will be completed by B, C or E. Okay, then task 3 will be completed by C or D. Task 5 will be completed by C or E. Task 1 by A or B or D, and A or B. Now see, starting from T6, what we see is if T1 is done by A or B, anyone, and T6 is done by B or A, that is T1 is done by A, so T6 is done by B, T1 is done by B, so T6 is done by A, and T4 does D. Okay, in this case, we do not have any extra day. Okay, A can complete it on 58, D can complete it on 64, and B can start from 65 and on 84. There isn't going to be any extra day. So this is the case which we will take as of now. There is one more case if you see that if A does both these tasks and B does the task 4, then what is going to happen is see, A will complete task 1 on 58th day. After that, because A has to do T6, he can only start it on 66th day because he has to take a 7-day rest. Okay, so he will start on 66th day and the work will be completed. See, here 1 day is adding, so here also 1 day will be adding, and we will be getting our answer as 85th day. So currently we will not take this case. We will not take this case. The reason behind that is that in this case we are getting 0 extra days and our goal is to minimize the number of days, so we will take the condition in which there is 0 extra days. Okay, so when we have taken 0 extra days, now A and B can be anything. You can write it whatever you want. Coming to T5, T5 can be done by, let's see, T5 can be done by, let's say it will be done by E, because if it is done by C, then C cannot do this, because cannot do this, I mean it can do this, but we have to minimize, so that will increase our 1 week, okay, or even more number of days it can increase if T3 and T5 are to be both to be done by T5. So what we will do is we will assign T5 to E, we will assign T3 to C. Okay, once we have assigned T3 to C, we can assign T7 to B. Okay, and then we have T2. Till now, here also and here also, ending all of these, we do not have any extra day as of now. Okay, coming to T2, it can be done by C or E. So we will have to check who is going to do in, if we start with C and if we start with E, what is the total number of days that they are going to take. So that for that, for calculation of it, let's make a table. Okay, so starting with T2, so T2 is starting by C. Let's see if C does it. So if C starts, then T2 will be completed from 1 to 24. Similarly, T7 will be completed by B, so it will be completed by 25. After that, T3 is going to be done by C. Now we know that T3 is going to be done by C, so C can only start on 32nd day. If C can start on 32nd day, he will end on 54th day. If he ends on 54th day, then what is going to happen is, let's see, T5 will be done by E, so it will be done on starting on 26 and it will be ending on 44th day. After it has been ending on 44th day, it will be T1. T1 is done by A or B, anybody, starting on 45th day, ending on 58th day. Coming to T4. Now see, T4 can only be started on 55th day. The reason behind that is that T3 is completed on 54th day and T3 is a prerequisite for T4. So T4 will start on 55th day. So T4 if starts on 55th day is going to be ending on 70th day. Okay, so it's going to end on 70th day. Now if it ends on 70th day, then what is going to happen is that T6 will start only on 71st day and will end on 90th day. So if we know that if C starts T2 and the other cases are these all, then the minimum number of days which they are going to take is 90. Okay, I'm writing it C is equal to 90. I hope you understand what I mean by that. Now we will check the second case. So what is the second case? That E is going to start T2. Okay, so if E starts T2, then T2 will be completed by 24th day. T7 started by B will be completed by 25th day. Now T3 is to be done by C, so T3 can be started on 26th day and ended on 48th day. Similarly, T5 is to be completed by E, so it will be started on 32nd day because he has to take a 7-day rest, and it will be ending on 50th day. If T5 has been ended, then T4 can be started on 51st day by A or B, whoever it is, and can be ended by 64th day. Okay, can be ended by 64th day. And Acha, just hold on a second. I guess I'm doing something wrong here. T4 will be starting on 51st day and ending on 66th day. Okay, and T1 will be starting on, you can start directly after T5. So it will also start on 51st day and it will go on up till 64th day. Okay, then we have T6 which can start on 67th day and will end on 86th day. Okay, so what we see is that if E starts, then they are going to take 86 days. So the above case is already nullified. Okay, we do not need that case. Now we have the case then which E starts T2, and other cases are B, C, E, A or B, D and A or B. Then we complete the task in 86 days. Now one thing what we can see here is that, see, we found out that if there is 0 extra days, then the work will be completed in 84 days. But we are getting that it is done in 86 days. So that means there are 2 extra days. So now what we will do is, let me show you. Just let me delete all of this and then we'll start with that. Acha, if you remember the case, we saw the case in the beginning that if A does T1 and T6, if A does both of T1 and T6, then we were getting one extra day. Okay, if this was the case that A, B and A, then we were getting one extra day. And I hope I have told you that because A ends T1 on 58th day, he can start only on 66th day. So if one day is increasing here, one day will increase here, total will go to 85. So what did we get was one extra day. Okay, so one extra day is what we got here. Acha, we have to check this case also. So in checking this case, what we have to do is, if we get, see, these three are done, we have one extra day from these three. From these four, if we get zero extra days, that will be our case for minimum number of days. If we get one extra day, we will have two cases for minimum number of days. If we get more than one, that is 2, 3 or anything number of days from these four, then our answer will be 86. So we have to check it. Now let's start our checking. Acha. For minimizing, see, if A, B and A are doing this, then what we can do is, acha, we know that B is going to do this task. Okay, B is going to do this particular task. Now, let's see, if T2 and T5 are assigned to C and E in any order, okay, let's say C or E is doing here, E or C is doing here. Okay, so whoever is doing, then D will be doing C. Then what is going to happen is, did we are going to assign T3 to D. Okay, if we assign T3 to D, then I guess there won't be any issue, because see, if C does this one, then B does this one, D does this one, no issues. E is going to do this one, no issues. So we are getting zero extra days in this case. Okay, let me show you, let me write it properly and show you. Let's say if C starts here, B does this one, D does this one and E does this one. Now you calculate it yourself. See, T1, T2 will be completed on 24th day, T7 by 25th day. Then T3 can be started independently by D, so it will end on 48th day. Then T5 can be started independently by E, because he hasn't done any of the previous tasks, so he can also start on 26th day and end on 44th day. So here, till here, there are zero extra days, and from here T1 to T6 we have calculated one extra day. So what I was talking about, that if we get zero extra days, then our answer will be the case in which, let me now write it properly, the case in which A does two tasks, that is task 1 and task 6, B does task 4, and these are tasks are done by C or E in any order, B, D and E or C in any order. Then we have zero extra days here, one extra day here, so that means the total number of days are going to be 85. Now let's move towards the questions. The first question says, if the project is completed in minimum number of days, the case which we have found out in the previous slide is, to which of the following person will the maximum number of tasks be assigned? So which of the following person means we do not have to worry about the person who are not in the options. We are always going to talk about these people. Okay, so there are only three names to till here only we will see. So A has been assigned two tasks, as you can see, task 1 and task 6. C has been assigned one task, either it can be T2 or it can be T5, doesn't matter. And D has been assigned one task, that is T3. So our answer will be option A. Okay, option A, that is A is the person who has been assigned the maximum number of tasks from the following persons. Coming to the second question, if only two persons were assigned all the 7 tasks, what is the minimum number of days by which task 1 can be finished? Now it is saying that only two persons are assigned all the tasks. Now if only two persons are assigned all the tasks, we will have to do everything again. Okay, so let's find out first who are the two persons with whom we can do these tasks. See, task 1 can be done only by A or B. Okay, task 2 can be done by C or E. Okay, that means one person, the first person is going to be one from A and B, and the second person is going to be there from C and D. That is 101% sure. Okay, now, okay, because you know only two person have to do the task, so task 3 will be completed definitely by C. Okay, task 4 will be completed definitely by B. Task 5 will be completed definitely by C. Task 6 will be completed definitely, let's say if A is the person. So if A is the person, then ACB, we got 3%. So we know we have to make sure that only there are two names. C cannot be here, so definitely B has to take this place. And in this one it can be B or C, anybody. So from this we can conclude that B and C are the persons which with the help of whom we are going to solve this question, that is they are the only person who are going to do all the tasks. Now let's see what is the case which we are going to make. See, what we are going to do now is, Just hold on a second, guys. Let me write everything properly now. So A and B are the people who are going to do these all the tasks. So let's see what are the tasks which are there. So the tasks which are there, since task 1 and task 6 can be assigned only to A and B, so this has been done. Okay. So what we will do is we'll start with task 2 or we will start with task 7. Task 7. Okay. So and what we have to do is we have to minimize the number of days taken by task 1. Okay. So what we are going to do is, see, for minimizing the number of days taken by task 1, what we have to do is, see, this task is going to be done by B, this is going to be done by C, this is going to be done by C, going to be done by B, this is going to be done by C, this is going to be done by B, and because task 2 was going to be done by C, task 7 is going to be done by B. So what do we have here is that B has been assigned task 1, it has been assigned task 4, and it has been assigned task 6 and task 7. Okay, so this is what we have as of now. Okay, now let's see what we are going to do. So task 7 is going to be completed. Task 7 is going to be completed by 25th day, whereas task 2 will start on day 1 and will be completed by end of day 24. Okay, so this is what we have. Now what we have to do is that between task 3 and task 5, any task can be taken up first. See, okay, but we know that until task 5 is completed, task 1 cannot be started. Now task 5 is completed first because we have to minimize the number of days for task 1. So what we will do is we will complete task 5 first. So task 5 will be starting on C. Task 2 or task 5 is to be done by C. C completed his work on 24th day. So he will start on 32nd day and he will work till 19 days. That is, he will complete his he will complete his job on 50th day. Okay, he will complete his job on 50th day. Now if he completes his job on 50th day, so we can start task 1 on 51st day because the prerequisite for task 1 is done. So we will start task 1 on 51st day and it is going to take 14 days, so it will be ending on 64 days. Okay, so this is our correct answer, 64 days. So option B is our correct answer. Okay, so now let's move towards the third question. The third question is that if only 2%, again the same case, B and C are going to do all the tasks, what is the minimum number of days required for completing the project? Now they are talking about completing the project. So we can use data from the previous question where we found out that task 2 will be completed by 24th day, task 7 will be completed by 25th day, then we have task 5 and task 3 to be done. So what we can do is we can start task 5 on day 32 and we can end it on 50th day, and we can start task 1 just after, right after that, task 1 51 to 64 days. Coming to task 3, if you see, it can be started on 58th day and can be completed on 80th day. Once task 3 has been completed by 80th day, now let's see what else can we do. So now task 4 which was left, and task 6. So task 6, so we cannot start until task 4 is completed, so we will tackle task 4. So task 4 will be starting on 81st day and it will be ending on 96th day. If it is ending on 96th day, then task 6 can be started after, because see, there is going to be a break now. There is going to be a break. The reason behind that is, see, task 2, let me check who completed it. So task 2 was completed by C, so assign this to C. Okay, now task 7. Now task 7 was to be done by B, we know that. After that, it was task 5 which was to be completed, so task 5 was completed by C. Okay, after that it was task 3 which was to be completed. Task 3 was also completed by C. Okay, and task 1 was completed by B. After task 1 was completed by B, we have task 4, and task 4 is going to be completed by, task 4 is also going to be completed by B. So task 4 will be starting on 81 and ending on 96, and it is task 6 which is going to be completed by B. So he will take a 1 week rest. That means he will start on day 103rd day, sorry, 104th day, and B, and he will be ending on 123rd day. Okay, so I hope you have understood this set, guys. See, there's a few things with this set is that it requires a lot of cases. You have to check a lot of cases, and for every question mostly you have to go in a different order. Okay, because you have to minimize different things here. So according to me, this would not be the first set in my list, neither among the first 4 sets, at least not in the first 3 sets, which I'm going to do in our in my examination, in my LRDI section. So do learn this set, how to do this, but do not never keep it as the first third or first 4 sets. Okay, so that would be the advice. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you have understood the set well and the way to proceed with these kinds of set.